What is a VPN and why to use it? A virtual private network, or VPN, provides two main purposes: to secure your internet communications between you and the VPN's network, and to potentially conceal or hide your true location. And when you contact a website, send an email, use instant messaging, or otherwise transmit or request data online, your computer works to find a route to the destination. This happens by a series of computers that we call routers. Let's use an example here to take a look to see how this might go in an example. So let's say that you are in Gregory Hall on wireless or on a wired connection, and you are going to visit a website. So at the Gregory Hall building router is where your computer connects to first. Your IP address is known, and any data that you're sending through there that is not encrypted is actually visible at that router. That router then connects to the campus backbone, which has a very similar sort of thing where your IP address is known and data is unencrypted if you're not using any SSL or other encrypting technologies. From there, it goes to the campus exit router. Same information is passed along. Then it connects to the internet backbone router, which connects the whole basically a whole series of those connects the whole internet together. And then it connects to the internet provider for the website you are visiting. And again, all that information still is known, and the data is unencrypted if you're not using some sort of encrypting methodology. And then lastly, at the destination address, your IP address is known, and also because they actually need to do something with the data that you're transmitting, all your data is unencrypted at that destination. So if you're visiting a website and you've filled out a form with a credit card number, obviously at that destination they need to be able to see what your credit card number is. So let's look then at if you were doing this along a VPN connection. So here you are coming from a different place. It could still be on campus, but most likely off of campus. And you're connecting to an internet provider first, and you're connecting through VPN. So all your internet provider sees is that you're connected to the VPN server. They don't know that it is a VPN server, but they see you connected to the VPN server. And they also can see that all the data is encrypted. So there's no way for them to tell what's being transmitted between you and the VPN server. That eventually gets over to the VPN server itself, and what the VPN server does is it acts as the IP address for all the traffic that's going in and out to your computer. So when you click on a website, or you send an instant message, or you send an email from your computer, for all intents and purposes, at the other end, it looks like it's coming from the VPN server instead of from your computer. Important thing, though, to remember is that at the VPN server is that all the data is unencrypted unless you're using some other encrypting methodology. So if you are visiting that secure website and putting in your credit card information, when you enter through the VPN, if you're using that secure SSL connection, it's still going to be encrypted after the VPN server. But if it was just browsing the web and visiting a website, reading some information, that data that's going back and forth there is not encrypted. So from the VPN server, we're going to use the campus's VPN server as an example. The traffic hits the campus backbone router again, and then the campus exit routers, and then the internet backbone routers, again going back over to, eventually we get to the destination that you're trying to get to. The second benefit of using a VPN is that it hides your true location. As you can see here, when you visit a website without a VPN connection, your IP address is going across, and that gives a rough estimation of your location. But with a VPN, you can see here that it appears that the traffic comes from the VPN server instead of from your computer or wherever you're connecting from. This can be important if you're using a VPN server like for your employer. It means that the connection appears to come from your employer, but it also means that any unencrypted data is visible to your employer when it's on the way back out of the employer's network. Hopefully this has given you a good introduction to virtual private networks, or VPNs for short, and can get you started on using that as a tool.